Thanks for clicking. This is my 5th update for Projects in Panning, a Dungeons & Dragons project pan. It was created by Ali of Wonder and Alleyland. It started on October 15th and lasts for a year. There are 5 categories of Dungeons & Dragons related prompts. There's race, class, location, monster, and wondrous item. So you pick one thing from each of those categories and you try to roll through them through the project. However, since I am an actual rogue, I decided to invent my own rule, and in my version, I am telling a story that incorporates each of these elements into the story. So, as a recap, here's how this has been working. Elyas Reedgrove, a halfling rogue, came home in the very early morning to find his wife frantic because their daughter Orani had been kidnapped. A dragon had taken her into the Forbidden Forest to be used as tribute to the Dragon Queen Tiamat. Elyas took with him the Deck of Illusions to help him try to rescue her. The Deck of Illusions did prove helpful. It distracted Tiamat while he snuck past her, and he was able to reach Tiamat's trove. Orani was not the only prisoner. There was also an elven bard named Loraphine Nightflower. Loraphine stole the Bloodwell Vial from the trove, and the 3 of them escaped Tiamat. They were running through the forest when they were seen by one of Tiamat's dragon guards, which gave chase. While Loraphine and Elyas were fighting the dragon, Orani was able to find an escape route, and they were able to escape into the abandoned mine to take cover as they continued to battle it. Once sheltered in the abandoned mine, they were able to defeat the dragon, and unfortunately, that battle weakened the floor of the mine, so Loraphine fell through, separating the party. Loraphine found herself in the Tomb of the Lost and was immediately attacked and paralyzed by a beholder. Fortunately for Loraphine, when she didn't show up for her scheduled flute performance, her famous cousin decided to go looking for her. Zelkilia Kill Nightflower, a half-elf barbarian, made her triumphant entrance, causing a landslide which killed the beholder. Loraphine was able to recover from her paralysis and filled in her cousin Kill on what had been happening to her. Kill looted the dungeon, and she acquired a new sword, which is really a mimic in disguise, as well as the Hat of Disguise. Elyas and Orani did decide to meet back up with Loraphine, and they were glad they did when they saw how imposing her new companion was, and they are now together in the Tomb of the Lost, and they are looking for an escape route to get back home. Zelkilia is a half-elf. Half-elves are represented by some kind of pencil product, something that is like semi-permanent, but not really permanent. And so for that, I used this Lord and Berry Silk Cajal Kohl eyeliner in the shade White. My goal is to use it 15 times. So far, I've only used it 3. So I still have a ways to go to meet my goal on half-elf. Kill is also a barbarian, and a barbarian is a product that makes you stronger. And so it doesn't make me stronger, but it does make my eyeshadow look stronger. It's the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour eye primer. And so this I mostly use for more matte looks. I tend to use the NYX Glitter Primer for shimmery ones, and this is really just for the matte ones. So far I've used it 6 times. My goal is to use it 13 times, so I'm about halfway, and I can't roll out Barbarian either yet. Our heroes are currently lost in the Tomb of the Lost, and that is a product you forgot you owned. I forgot that I owned this perfectly posh hot pepper shebang muscle stick. It has a warming effect for sore muscles, like the hot part of icy hot. My goal is to use this 10 times. At the last update, I'd used it twice. I've used it 5 more for a total of 7 uses, so I can't get them out of the Tomb of the Lost yet either. The sword that Zelkilia is currently carrying on her hip is really a mimic, and mimic is something that is a dupe product. So I have this Elaluz Sunriser face primer, and this is in the shade Beamer. This is kind of similar to all those other shimmery primers that became popular, like the Flawless Filter, blah, blah, blah. My goal is to use this 17 times, and so far I've used it 16 times. So the mimic has yet to reveal itself, and they are still clueless that they have an enemy so very close. Zelkilia is also wearing the Hat of Disguise, and that is a hair care product. I picked this Dry Bar Prep Rally Prep and Prime Detangling Spray with a goal to use it 10 times. As of right now, I've used it 7 times, so I have not yet met my goal on Hat of Disguise either. So unfortunately, this is a very boring update. I have met no goals, which means that our heroes are still wandering around in the Tomb of the Lost. They have not had anyone join their party. The mimic is still hiding in plain sight, and Zelkilia is also hiding her identity in plain sight with the Hat of Disguise. So it's going to be another month before we find out if they get any more assistance, if the Tomb of the Lost becomes their tomb, what happens when the mimic shows itself, and if they get to find any other fun, cool stuff to play with. I am really close on a lot of those goals. I'm really quite certain that something's going to happen with this mimic, and they should be able to find themselves in daylight, maybe, before too long. So we'll get to find out where they end up, and I'll see you next month. Bye.